Okay, let's go up to, I believe he's in Brooklyn, New York. Undefeated welterweight Raekwon Butler. Tried this for the second time. Yesterday we had a little problem with you being outside and the Wi-Fi. It's amazing. You go inside, you got better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So as we were saying, you're fighting this Saturday night against
No, it's
Diemerci.
Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Friday.
Yeah.
You know it's funny. It's funny. I have it on my graphic here that it's Friday. So
Yeah.
so this Friday night, the 2300 ring against Diemerci Nzau. One of the questions that we started with yesterday before the internet went haywire. Fought your first two fights. I think you fought a pro debuter and a guy with one fight. Third
Yeah.
fight, you're fighting a guy with about almost 25 fights. So you're kind of stepping up in class pretty quickly here.
Yeah. For my first one, I was trying to fight somebody who had like, I think the guy had about 20 plus fights, but then that fell apart like on the week of. I think the guy got injured, and my last one, we were trying to get somebody like with experience, but then that fell apart too. So I was working towards it the whole time. So I'm happy I got it this time around.
What do you know about Nzau?
Um, well, I know he's from Congo, and like I watched a few of his fights. I always study like whoever I'm fighting. I always try to find things. I always study them to find different little gaps and everything that I could exploit in the fight. So I know I got like he's about like 5'4", 5'5". So I have the height and reach, and I got a lot of stuff over him. I know a lot on him.
You've seen obviously he's been in with like I said, the experience. Been in with Rolando Romero,
Yeah,
who's actually fighting tonight, defending his interim title. Guys like Julian Sosa, who I know you know well from the New York scene. Anthony
yeah,
Mariano, another New Yorker. Damon Allen, Sam Taya, last fight Shenard Bunch, who'll be fighting on Showbox on Friday night.
yeah.
So he has, not only does he have that experience, but he has that experience against
It's
some real dudes in
some
there.
good names. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you think of that? Is this a measuring stick for you to see where maybe you are in comparison to those guys?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it in that kind of way. Like it's kind of motivated me more because like I saw how some of them did against him, and like I want to show the level that I'm on as well. You know?
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you're 2-0. You haven't really been fighting on a big stage yet. So for the fans out there who don't know much about you watching this worldwide, just, tell us a little bit about Raekwon Butler.
Well, I haven't had like a crazy long amateur background or anything, but like as far as like the experience, like the people I fought and like the different styles that I fought, like I fought basically every style. I've seen about every kind of style, height wise, muscle wise, build wise, sparring. I get a whole bunch of that, like different types of styles. So yeah.
Being from Brooklyn, who were some of the guys that maybe you came up with, or maybe your gym mates with? I would imagine there's several guys that may be familiar to the fans out there.
Well, the like the biggest name I would say that people know that I've been in the ring with is Yuri Foreman.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in the ring with him. Well, people in the New York scene. There's a guy named Matthew Gonzalez. He's
Yeah,
out of Brooklyn. Yeah, he
Lefty, we
fought on the
know him.
RDR card.
We
Card,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, we know Lefty.
Um, I'm drawing a blank right now.
What do you think? We got people watching all over the world. We got Dwayne Morment. What is the biggest concern about your opponent? He asked.
My biggest concern, um, possibly like not getting caught with like something that I shouldn't be getting caught with. Cause you never know, like he got a good amount of experience, so he might try to catch me with something like that might catch me off guard. That's like my biggest concern.
This fight will be streamed live on bxngtv.com all over the world. People from all over the place me watching you. I mean, what? Give me without giving too much away. Give me a scouting report on Raekwon Butler.
Um, well, there's no real like shortcoming. Like it depends on like how he wants to go about the fight. Like I could fight on the inside. Like I'm a great inside fighter, but I could also keep him on the outside and out the whole time. So it kind of depends on how I'm feeling on the night, kind of, or like how like what will work best in the fight based on like how he's trying to go about things.
By the way, that question was from Dwayne Moment. I couldn't read the bottom here. Fight in Philadelphia. You fought your first couple fights in South Carolina. Now coming up to a great fighting city like Philadelphia. Obviously, you're from Brooklyn, so that's yeah, where you're at. That doesn't take a backseat to anybody when it comes to boxing. But now Philadelphia, I'm sure you know about the crowds there. A real knowledgeable boxing fan. Does that
Yeah,
excite you?
it excites me a lot because I was supposed to fight in Philly, and I think about April, and I was excited about that, and that fell apart. Now I'm even more excited for this. Like it's actually gonna happen now.
Have you been to Philly?
Yeah, cause I
Um,
was out there. We in July now. I think it was like April or May. I've been out there.
was it a boxing thing, or you just came to
Yeah, it
visit?
was a boxing thing.
Would you do? Get some work in, or
Nah, I was supposed to fight on a card, and
oh,
but
so
then
you were here and the fight got canceled
yeah,
last minute.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, how do you said you like to mix it up a little bit on the inside, but well, what's your style of fighting? Or maybe a better question is, who do you kind of pattern yourself after a
Hmm.
little bit?
I kind of have like a mixture, honestly. Like I like to be like Marvin Hagler, but I also like being like Sweet Pea, cause I'm a southpaw, you know. So I mix it up.
Our man Dwayne Moment back here says you're from Brooklyn. What's your knowledge of the history of the Brooklyn fighters? Who's the best fighter come out of Brooklyn, excluding yourself?
Best fighter coming out of Brooklyn, that's got to be Mike Tyson.
There you go. There it
Yeah.
is. There you go.
Hey,
Some guy named Jason Scalzo's
yeah, just some
come
guy.
in. Yeah, you know him?
Yeah, I heard of that guy before.
That Jason, who's your manager, watching us. It sees your nickname's Iceman. How would that come about?
Um, I don't like it's something like I was just thinking of different names. Like people like originally like called me Sugar Ray, but I kind of want like I felt like that was kind of used a bit too much. But, but then like it just kind of popped into my head like the Iceman for some reason. Like being calm, cool under all pressure, always keep it cool. Yeah.
We're in July now, so we're having this interview again at the end of December. What's Raekwon Butler's record?
Right now, since I'm about to be 3-0, I'm aiming to be about at least about 6-0 by the end of the year.
Gotcha. How many amateur fights did you have? You said you had a brief amateur
Yeah, I
career.
had 25. It should have been more, but yeah.
Do you feel the work that you get in the work that you get in Brooklyn, kind of maybe like you said, you only two pro fights, only 20 something amateur fights, but the work you get on a daily basis, it kind of maybe accelerates your experience level up a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like my work in the gym, well, like as far as the amateur, that helped as far as like staying calm under certain circumstances. But like as far as like fighting different types of styles and like how to work with different type of styles, that helped me a lot in the gym.
Dwayne's back. Another question. He says how relaxed you sound. How important is it to be relaxed in the ring?
Extremely important. Because sometimes people get overly excited and gas themselves out, and they cause themselves to lose because of that, or cause themselves to get caught with something crazy that they shouldn't get hit with.
The manager says 6-0, 6 KOs by the
Yes,
end of the year.
sir.
So, and he's part of the decision making
Yeah.
process. So if he says six, I'm going with six. What do you want to say to the fans out there before we see you next Friday night at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia?
Tune in. I'm gonna give y'all a beautiful show. It's gonna be a great night of boxing, man. Y'all gonna love it.
And where do we find you on the old social media?
On Instagram, it's the real Sugar Ray, SUGAH, not SEUGHGAR. It's SUGAHRAE.
See,
That's my
you're confused. I'm going to tell you why you're a confusing guy here. Okay, the nickname is the Iceman, yet your Instagram is Sugar Ray. I mean, I get the Ray for Raekwon. I get that, but do we need the sugar part
Now
of it?
I was gonna change that because like I had that before the Iceman came, so I'm gonna change that. But as far because people know me by that name on there, so I was trying to give it time to like transition to something else.
Another question. Big fight tonight. Are you interested? Charlo and
I'm
Castagna.
definitely watching that.
Give me a prediction. Give me a thought.
Well, as far as the Charlo fight or the
Yeah,
undercard,
yeah, Charlo
Charlo
or whatever.
fight,
I mean, we got three fights on this card
yeah.
night.
For the Charlo fight, I feel like early on it's gonna be like competitive back and forth kind of, and I believe Charlo will get like probably like a mid to late stoppage.
I think this will be a
'Cause-
good fight. This Castagna can
Yeah,
really fight.
yeah, because he likes to like scrap it up, so he's gonna
Yeah,
be there to get caught with stuff.
good
Yeah.
analysis. You mentioned the undercard. Something on the undercard.
The Rolly fight, he's fighting somebody who has a good record,
Yeah,
and the guy,
Anthony
yeah,
Yidgid, who's a decent fighter out of I believe he's out of Sweden, I believe.
yeah, somewhere around there.
Late replacement, 5 pounds overweight, which was weird why they picked him. He never just weighed in less than 100, like 30
Exactly, he's been fighting at 40 the whole time. So
Yeah. So, what fighters do you? It sounds like you have your hand on the pulse of what's going on in the game. What fighters are must sees for Raekwon Butler?
a must see is Jerron Ennis.
Yeah.
Jerron Ennis, and like
I,
my other two top right now would be Errol and Canelo. Well, I got others, but those guys.
I would not be surprised if we see Mr. Boots in the house on Friday night.
Yeah.
You know him at all?
I never met him, but I would love to meet him.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of that dude.
yeah, he supports RDR. Him and his father, Derek Bozianis. So whether it's Friday, Saturday, maybe both nights, I wouldn't be shocked to see Boots in the house.
Yeah.
Maybe checking out a future welterweight contender.
Yeah.
There you have it. What do we ask? What do you want to say to the fans out there one more time before we see you on Friday night?
Tune in Friday night. Y'all not gonna be disappointed. It's gonna be a beautiful show, beautiful night of boxing. Well, beautiful weekend of boxing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
You gonna stick around for the Saturday show?
I believe I will. I probably leave later on. Like I probably leave Saturday night or Sunday. I probably leave Saturday night, so I might be there.
There you go.
I know some people fighting that night too.
Stay away from the cheesesteaks because you'll be a middleweight before you know it.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for a few minutes of your time, Raekwon Butler. We'll be watching you this Friday night live on bxngtv.com. Take on Diemerci Nzau. See you. Well, we'll see you on we'll see you Thursday. We'll see
Yeah. See you Thursday. And thank you, Dwayne Moment. He said good luck. Thank you.
There you have it. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you very soon.
All right.
Raekwon Butler joining us for a few minutes tonight. Just for the record, I like Jamel Charlo tonight as well. It's gonna be a very good fight, I believe. I'm actually really looking forward to this fight. We're gonna have a ton of interviews. We got showbox fighters. We got fighters fighting in August from Tony Jeter Promotions. We got fighters just fighting on Fox next week, fighting in Atlantic City. So tune in to wherever you're watching this interview now to watch some of the best fighters in the world. Going to be interviewed over the next couple of weeks. We're going to make it more of a true podcast to maybe delve into other topics of boxing. I'm going to try to get a post fight guest tonight, so keep your eye out to wherever you're watching. Here you can see it on Twitter at M Abrams Boxing, my YouTube channel, Mark.Abrams2 on Facebook, Mark Abrams Boxing on Instagram, and again, the two best websites in the world, 15rounds.com, which has all of the most up-to-date news in the world of boxing. Also, abramsboxing.com, where you see a lot of the stuff that I'm doing around the world. Thank you very much. I want to thank Raekwon Butler for joining us. Again, just wherever you're watching, tune in. Every few hours, there's going to be a new guest coming on. Thank you, and enjoy the fights tonight.